Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to Fat Cat Collection. So today, another really random product. I want to start reviewing products like this, and I'll be flat out honest with you, right? This channel, I started just reviewing, honestly, this channel started from reviewing or showing off my subwoofer box in my my custom build I did in one of my vehicles. And from there, I just started sharing more and more, and just this is a a review channel now. So again, when you come to this channel, you're not going to get. I'm not a professional in every single thing. I give you guys my common sense opinion on this stuff, and I always come back and re-review products. And if I re-review a product, it's normally because it has failed or I've had a problem with it, an unreasonable problem, right, for its age. So the one I want to share with you guys today is a really random product. It's a mini chainsaw, and I picked this up off Amazon. This is not a sponsored video, although I'll be honest with you again, a lot of times when I put stuff up like this, I'm testing different areas of YouTube, and I find that when I review products like this, it kind of crosses, these are like kind of like hybrid kind of categories, right? Because sometimes people remember, YouTube recommends random videos to people. I'm constantly getting bombarded with shit I don't even care about, but the algorithm says I do. So sometimes people like discover things that they didn't even realize that they needed or even existed. So, and in addition to that, when a company like this, I review something, next thing you know, I'll probably be getting more of these, which I can really use, right? So it just depends. If a company finds value in my video, then they might send me another tool, and I'm looking to add more tools to the channel because I can use them. So what is this? So this is a mini handheld chainsaw. There are thousands of drills and tools and lopping shears and all kinds of gardening stuff on Amazon. You name it, it's on there. But when I'm shopping for something, I'm always looking to try the cheapest version. You can go buy a DeWalt for $200. I'm sure you're going to get a fantastic product, but for me, for as often as I'm going to use something like this, I go with cheap stuff. Full disclosure again, like Harbor Freight, I'm a huge fan of. I bought one of their pressure washers. I used it like 4 times. It failed. So there's kind of the bad side to some of these really inexpensive products. However, I bought $18 Amazon drills that I use professionally and I'm still using. So we'll see how long they last. And ultimately, when you get something cheap enough and you don't use it all that often, or even if you do, you'll get really kind of an honest assessment on whether you should buy it again or should you spend more money on a more of a well-rounded, more of a reputable brand. The thing is, to me, this isn't rocket science. Like when we go back to watches, a Rolex is not light years ahead of a $100 Steel Dive or a $60 Invicta. Is there a difference? Sure, like I always talk about. But it's not the difference that you don't have to pay $20,000 to get a reliable watch. You can spend $100 and get a watch that's just as reliable. Now, watch is a little different than tools. Tools definitely, take a little more abuse, right? But ultimately, this is a battery pack, a charger, and a motor. So this is not rocket science. So we're going to see how long this lasts. So what do you get with this? So this is the cheapest Amazon mini chainsaw. And the reason, without sharing too much information about myself, you guys know I keep it private, sometimes I'm in the need of trimming branches when I'm gardening in my own backyard. Comes time of year for trimming things. I can use a lopping shear. Sometimes you have a little branch that's a little bit too large. Other times you might be at the side of your house, trying to clean your gutters. Let's say you have a branch that's overhanging, and it's not really safe to get up there with like a lopping shear and be kind of hanging off the ladder. So I wanted something like this that I can very easily reach out and trim these branches. Now I haven't tested this. I've looked at other YouTube videos, and they seem like they do pretty well. So for the price, get this. This was a no-brainer for me. If this was $200, I probably wouldn't have bought it, right? Or I would have looked at more of a reputable brand, maybe did a little more research. But this is by a company called Drinkosh. These names are terrible. But this is a 6-inch portable handheld electric chainsaw, and it's only $50. And the beauty is that it's 50% off. So link is in the description where you pick one up. And it comes with everything. Again, this isn't like high-tech, super high-quality stuff. It's pretty basic. A perfect example of a really inexpensive item is like my leaf blower. It uses the same batteries. It's really inexpensive. This is going to be comparable to what you might find at Harbor Freight. Remember, Harbor Freight is you getting its stuff from Chinese companies, and not saying everything, but most things in their store, if not everything. And so a lot of times, Harbor Freight's contracting with companies who are making stuff, and it's got different names under it. So this is Drinkosh. You might find this at Harbor Freight be the exact same thing under the Harbor Freight branding. I can't confirm or deny that, just my opinion. But for the price, you get 2 batteries. I'm not sure what part this is. This is basically, it kind of holds the chain, like a chain tensioner. You get an extra one, which is pretty cool. You get safety glasses. You get an oil container because you do have to oil this. You get an extra chain. You get the tools to put the extra chain on and some cheapy ass gloves and the case. I mean, you really can't go wrong for $25. It does have 109 ratings, which is surprising to me that normally companies will put a really low price on Amazon sometimes in order to get some sales, get the product out the door so people review it, and then they start to change the price. That may happen, but 109 ratings with 4.5 star is pretty incredible. So very small chainsaw. Again, this isn't going to be for taking down huge branches. However, I saw guys on YouTube cutting through stuff that was like 4 inches thick. Again, follow the manufacturer's instructions. Use this at your own risk. I take no responsibility for you using this, but this is going to be handy for me. And again, for me, it's so that I could get up high, hang off a ladder, and reach over and trim a branch without trying to use some lopping shears. And the amount that I actually have to do that, it's not every week. It's not, every day. It might be, every few weeks. It might be every few months. So something like this should be able to last me a really long time. So, I mean, pretty incredible. I'm not going to show you the charger. It's just a standard wall charger. I do have one of the batteries charging already, but usually they have a little bit of juice on them. I'm just going to pop this in. Again, if you were to compare this to like a DeWalt or some really, expensive, reputable brand, you'd probably find that this isn't fighting you like it's fighting me. They're a little bit snug, a little tight. It does loosen up. You have a safety latch here. You have to press before you pull the trigger, and let's go ahead and press it. So pretty cool, pretty noisy. It starts off slow and kind of ramps up speed. Pretty cool. I should have safety glasses on anytime you're operating this. It does have I believe this is like an anti-kickback bar. So if the chain broke, this is going to hopefully catch that. I'm not 100% sure. There is a screw on the bottom here. I believe this is just to tighten up the case. And what's cool about it, some of the other ones I've seen come with the oil container, and you actually have to oil the blade. I don't believe you do that with this. It actually has an onboard oil container. And I think you basically just press this little nipple on here, just like a primer on a lawnmower, and that kind of pumps oil onto the blade. That's something you have to do with, I believe, all chainsaws. So pretty incredible for the money. I mean, $25, fantastic, Now, how long will it last? Don't know. Can't tell you. But for the price, I mean, I'm definitely going to put this to the test professionally and use this when I need to use this. And I think this is going to last me a really long time. Like anything else, I found, I have a Harbor Freight chainsaw and one of the Harbor Freight pole trimmers that we use around the house. I find the things fail like that when you just don't look them over, And they'll still work, don't get me wrong, but like if the chain falls off, it's probably because I didn't do something. I didn't tighten up the tensioner. I didn't read the instructions before using it, But this is a fantastic product. Stay tuned for more. I am going to be testing. Hopefully, a company will send me one. They make some powered lopping shears. Or pruning shears. What's really nice about that, again, you don't have to use two hands. You don't have to have a lot of grip strength. You basically just put that, it's like an electric scissor. Put it on your branch, pull the trigger, and it'll cut it right off. And it's really nice, again, because a lot of times if you don't have a pole trimmer, if you ever use a pole trimmer, they can be kind of challenging to get that pole up there. Not everybody's strong enough to do that. And sometimes you really have to yank on that rope to cut something. It's a lot, and again, they go up a lot higher than you're going to go up on a ladder a lot of times. But, something like this is just another tool in your toolbox. And when you need to trim some branches that it's sometimes not convenient to carry a huge chainsaw around with you, right? Something like this, very easy to throw in the box it comes with, keep it in your work truck or whatever, keep it in your garage or shed, whatever, and it just makes really easy work of little small projects so you don't have to do every single day. Again, I wouldn't put this to the test. I'm going to put it to the test professionally. We'll see how long it lasts, but I can tell you with the Harbor Freight stuff. And I'm comparing to Harbor Freight because it is similar. But like other Amazon brands, the drills I've used, I'm still using them. One is making a little bit of noise, but if I spend 20 bucks on a drill and I also get 6 months out of it, that's pretty decent, and I'm sure I'll get a lot more of that. So just a little bit more about this, what it says on the Amazon listing. Again, 2 batteries, charger, all the supplies I showed you. It is a 21 volt, 2000 milliamp battery. I'm not going to read you everything here. It's 2.9 pounds. It has a total length of 6 inches. I think they mean the cut length. I think that's like the max you could probably cut. Although 6 inches is pretty big, I think, for something like this. But, put it to the test. Look at a lot of YouTube videos. There's guys reviewing these on YouTube, actually putting them to the test, not doing an unboxing in their home office. Horsepower, they call it horsepower. It says here 550 watts. So, pretty nice. Pretty amazing, 25 bucks. Most of the ones you're going to find on Amazon are going to run you about 50 bucks. So if you're in the market, pick this up while you can. I don't think this price is going to last, but, pretty amazing. Pretty amazing deal. So let me know if I can help in any way. I'll do my best. I'm not going to give you tons of help on this, but as time goes on, one thing I realized about YouTube, you never know how a video is going to stick. I have videos I didn't think were going to get any views, and they're some of my most popular videos, and people still watch them and come back to me with questions. So it's nice that I'll have some time and an opportunity to actually use this and maybe help you guys out if you need it. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and take care.